Everybody wants to be an astronaut. Take the long, tall train to the sun.
Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for the Golden Path Internationals Tournament. I am your host and commentator BlackShadow, sponsored by Unfussable Narrative, and today we're going to be continuing action in the prestigious Group A. This is the group, of course, featuring former Imperium Cup champion Drazo, as well as podcast member Patience is a Virtue, but I have to admit, I've got a bit of investment in this one, to some degree, in several of the players, actually, in this one, as this will be featuring my fellow co-commentator here on Hidden Assets, CJFM, who is going to be playing in his first tournament game for the GPIs. Had a real rough tournament last time round, and I can appreciate that. We both had terrible tournaments, so he's very eager to do better. Some of you may remember from the Imperium Cup, one of the very first games we casted was CJ's first game, and it was a four-way Chow Murky tiebreak. It was completely ridiculous, so hopefully we'll see how things go. But definitely interesting as well outside of that. We've got Addy, who's going to be in this one, who is the lone New Zealand representative in this entire tournament. So he's got the way of the All Blacks on him. And also got a quick chance to chat with FellowAquarian as well in this game, who perhaps is a touch nervous about this. And especially this group is, it's a pretty meaty group. There's some good players in this one. But I think my advice to folks that are participating in this, maybe that aren't as experienced in the game, is to just try and keep it fairly simple. Don't go out into the weeds too much. You know, kind of stick to your game plan. Know what your leader can do. Know what they do well, and mainly try to focus from that. I think that's probably the best way to go about this. Anyway, let's get ourselves into the game. So we're just getting set up here for today's game. I'm not alone for this one, however. I'm being joined by the resident Dune Imperium junkie Lannister, fresh off of a very chaotic Group B game. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh man, I'm still shaking in my boots from the last match.
You're a lucky man. I think you accept you're a lucky man, but
No, I don't contest that. It was a lucky game for me.
It was chaos. Anyway, so we'll talk a bit more about that in a moment. Let's have a look at the situation here. So the Imperium row is kind of quiet, I think, for this one. Obviously, Mahayim looks very tempting. Fopt is obviously powerful. But other than that, not the most attractive of cards. Space Travel's a bit dicey in Rise of X. Shock Trooper and Europe aren't very looked heavily on. Holtzman, Spaceport, and Detonation Device is not the greatest techs going either. Holtzman will be of some interest. As for leaders-wise, we are missing a fair few. No Helena, who would have been, I think, a really strong pick here. We're missing quite a few people here, actually. No Hundro either, I think, would have been pretty useful. So, you know, it's a bit of a dicey setup here. I don't think there's any easy picks here, especially for fourth position. This is not an easy choice for fourth. Don't envy this.
Yeah, I think the standard Baron Tessia plays are good here. Beast is probably another good pick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Beast is going to see some use here. There's no doubt. Beast is always fairly solid. There's never any harm in that. But yeah, so what did you, as we hear in the leaders are being selected here, what did you ultimately make of the game? Obviously, it was, we haven't, as far as, for context, people watching, we haven't released the game, like our commentary of it, as of time of recording. It's on its way. You guys have probably seen it by now, however. But yeah, it was pretty dramatic. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, I think one of the guys made a really good contestation of me. Gave me a really hard time. I came out strong.
Yeah, Anquan, to put it bluntly, Anquan got absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
And I think there's no way, you know, was the hero, kept the game going, and then got absolutely shafted in the final round. I mean, it happens sometimes, but having been there myself, it's pretty terrible. So let's go see what's being picked here. So we got Beast in fourth, which I think Beast in fourth is never bad. Like, Beast anywhere is fine, but I think he's pretty versatile there, better than people give. We got Tezzy in third from CJ, probably expecting to see a Baron before, which is exactly what we see here from FellowAquarian.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100% with you. Beast in fourth position is a great pick, and Tessia is the great counter pick on this one. So
yeah, well, the problem is Beast goes before, Baron goes before Tessie. I think CJ was in kind of trouble here. Like, whoever he picks, like, Fellow's probably picking the other person. I think it's the issue here.
Yeah.
And that leaves Pick here with choices. I feel like Yuna is probably the one we'll see. I don't think we'll see Nikaz on this sort of row. I don't think it's that good for him unless he's just going to go for tons of liaisons, which I don't really like. You could be bold and pick Paul Atreides, and he's considering it. But he's going to go
honestly
for
pick Paul in this
Going
situation.
to go for Ariana. Now, that's a bit left field. I don't...
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. There's not enough water cards out there, nor water tech out there. It's a pretty risky play, I feel.
Don't hate it, but we're going to see. All right, then. So we are off to the races, then. It will be pick to begin us off here. Baron is taking the fairly common... I want to flip those over there. Baron's picking the fairly common usual tokens. And Ariana's gone to full space. We don't even know what the conflict is. Which is the... okay, so it's the mixed shipping skirmish, which is... I mean, this is not a very good combat for Baron or Tesia, really. It's not that hot. I mean, Baron might as well Hardy Warrior, I guess. But it's difficult for Baron, though. Baron's picked both his diplomacy cards right away, so he will not get interstellar access next time. So, kind of a bit of a bad spot for FellowAquarian early here. Don't hate it, you know. Kind of a rubbish combat. You know, both the diplomacy straight away, that hurts. And hence why Tesia also electing to not get involved here. Just going to go for still suits here. Meanwhile, looking at the Beast here. So Beast has got a decent hand, though. He's got diplomacy. He's got his Signet Ring as backup. Gonna go for this here, which I don't totally hate. Might be going for very like looking to maybe take Wealth and then take second spot here, get the 6 Solari, Wealth again with their net Swordmaster. It's kind of a weird way to get there, but I actually don't hate it.
I think he may have taken some inspiration in the last game. He might be going for detonation devices.
I
Maybe.
mean, he's probably the biggest contender for it. I mean, Baron will get there if he can, I guess. But like Beast with detonation is pretty scary. You know, if he can get that alliance and get that Signet Ring buffed up, like that's pretty dangerous. But there's some good other fighters here as well. I'm curious to see what Addy's plan is going to be in this game. So he has obviously gone very draw heavy, and I guess he's hoping the other 3 leads are just going to beat the absolute snot out of each other. I think that must be the plan here.
I don't disagree with that.
Gonna go and get hold of the second water now. Picks up calculated higher for the intrigue, which is actually probably going to see some use here. Ariana is obviously not going to get as much spice as normal, but can couple that with some decent card draws maybe. Might find some use for that. I don't hate it. Good to have it.
I do have to mention though, a lot of people hate on this card, but I do like Stormtroopers or Shock Troopers. I should say.
Shock Troopers. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of it personally. I think if I'm going to get this, I'll just get Sardaukar Infantry. That's my personal opinion. I don't think that in the extra swords for the Emperor spot is that good unless you've got like decent action economy on people. But even so,
the good thing about it is it's such a bad card that people forget about the card altogether. And they forget that it's a 5-sword card once you go the Imperial side.
It can be caught off. Yeah, I do agree there. So Baron goes Hardy Warrior's second time of asking. I guess if no one's gone there yet, you might as well. Uses the Seek Allies, does not take the Diplomacy, which is kind of interesting. I would have been tempted to use Diplomacy and just not buy anything here and keep Seek Allies for a second spin around, but that's just me.
My personal opinion is the deck thin, so I usually go with killing it. But I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I like having it because on second spin around, it gives you just more options. And if you're not going to buy anything that good anyways for 2, then I kind of like just keeping hold of it and just have a reveal of 1 and just don't worry about it. Like if it's the difference between Dr. Yue and a liaison, that's not really going to make a difference. So I'd rather keep the Seek Allies. Anyways, so speaking of that, Baron, so Tesia went to Tech Negotiation. Beast went to Arakeen with the Ring and just garrisoning up here. Ariana's going to reveal for free and take space travel. Interesting. Chris Knife turns up in the row. Pretty useful. So Baron does take Dr. Yue, which is... I mean, you got to hope that you don't get blocked too much there. It could be useful later on. You need to cards to work with it, however.
I'm not the fan of Dr. Yue, to be honest with you.
Helena, it's fine, because obviously...
Yeah, on Helena,
blocked,
yeah.
But, and it's like... It's a bit tricky. Tessie's going to go and take Smuggler's Falter, which makes sense. She'll get access to that and get that online fairly soon. Beast is actually going to have a couple of swords here, so that is going to tie up with Tesia. Bit disappointing for CJ, I guess, but not a big deal. And it's free to buy for Beast, and Beast does go Chris Knife. I like it. I really like it. I think this is if Baron takes his eye off the Fremen Alliance, that's a nice way to pinch that and keep pressure on sort of passively. It will be resolved. Baron will take the initial combat here, which is good. A couple of Solari for yellow and blue. But this is where Baron's now got to work out what they want to do here, because they do not have interstellar access here. I lie, actually. You could just ship. I didn't think of that. Yeah, you could just go smuggling with Signet Ring here, and then Interstellar, I guess. Is there anything else you do here?
No, I think the right thing for him to do is Interstellar or
Yeah.
smuggling.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. The initial smuggling. That worked out quite nicely. I didn't even spot that, so it's a good spot from Aquarian. Speaking otherwise, now people got some pretty decent persuasion hands. Tezia's got a nice persuasion. Beast's hands is a little funky. Beast did not get seconds place, unfortunately, so no Wealth Swordmaster immediately, which is not a disaster. Although saying that's a lie. If Baron cashes in for Solari off shipping, Beast can still do it.
Yeah, and it's very likely he will.
I would imagine Baron will do so. So I wonder if that's what Beast planned here. Or might just see it and think, oh, actually, I can do this. But I feel like if he goes that direction, I feel it was the initial plan here. So the shipping from the Baron.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was quite fortuitous. I don't think it was planned, but it worked out.
I mean, I sit here and I saw it straight away as a potential. So I can't. But I play a ton of Beast, and Beast allows you to do some really cool things early on. Like you can. There's multiple ways that Beast can get Swordmaster round 2, assuming he goes down the right path of things, and it depends a lot on the combat as well. To be fair, so.
Sure.
So we're going to see Gil Bankray's the next combat here. Tezia is going to start. It's very awkward for CJ. So CJ wants to get access to the spacing, but the problem is Baron is in front. Tezia is not going to see any way of actually getting there currently, so she's going to opt to do something else here, which I actually I don't mind this at all. I don't think Fold Space is actually that good for you. In a way, you almost want like the person opposite green to get it, to kind of give some self-balance straight away. Curious to see if JShotz decides to pivot to Fold Space or if he sticks to Swordmaster here.
I think you should stick the Swordmaster.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
So the discard for Tezia. Discarding Doom, keeping the sword. I like that. You want to be aggressive here. Let's see what Beast does here. Beast is going to stick to it. I like it.
Here we go. That's my boy.
It. Good move. And you're going to get some reconnaissance action in the end here. So it's going to keep Tezia in a bit of trouble here. Ariana will take the Fold Space instead, which is bad news for the Baron. It's kind of not worked out very well for them, but there's not a lot they can do about that.
So in this case for JShotz, if I were him, after getting Swordmaster, upon reveal, I'd get the Shock Troopers. Simply because he's almost at the Emperor Alliance. You'll be hitting that a couple more times, and you can get some easy combat wins by doing that. It might be a garbage card in the later down the road, but it'll get him some easy wins.
We'll see how we go. Baron's obviously going to pay for the ring. Picks up Machine Culture. It's going to be difficult, I think, to get the endgame point here. The techs are not going to cooperate hugely, I don't think. Tezia is going to re-go here to tech negotiation, I guess. I mean, Stilgar's on the row. That's pretty tasty. Also, whoa! Tezia Vernius going early
bold.
detonation devices. Okay, well, there's a sneak. Wow.
Glad CJ got some inspiration.
Now, what is going on here? Tezia Vernius, I mean, going detonation is going for Dreadnoughts. That is, it's so early. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
It's very fascinating.
Well, he's got the 3 Solari, so he could definitely go for it next.
So, Stilgar is the plan here, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Stilgar's got to be the plan, I guess, looking to pick that one up. Baron will not be able to take it. They only have 4. Ariana having a look, deciding whether she wants to get involved in combat or not. Got to be wary of the fact the Beast is still attacked behind here. I would prefer to see her go like Dune Desert. I mean, it's difficult though. You don't want to draw because you're going to not be able to see your power cards you buy for a while. So this is a bit of a problem here. And maybe she's going to go for potential Mentat here with calculated higher if she gets like a good card. Yeah, I think
honestly, I'd be a bit more bold because
realizing here
he already has the alliance. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't want to draw here. So finds Water of Life. That's a big one for Ariana. That's a real nice find. Very, very big. So just going to put in the 1 here. Obviously knows Beast is behind, and Beast is probably going to cause some problems here. But I think that's a good shrewd there from Pick. Just don't want to draw cards here, because if you draw a card and then you buy something nice, you got to go through your whole of your deck until you see it again, and that's something you don't want to avoid in turn 2, unless you're like someone who's already drawn for it, like a Pool Atreides or something along those lines, Ilbarn maybe. Baron is going to reveal for 4, taking Imperial Spy. Don't hate this. Just Humanity comes up on the road. That's a nice card. Beast would like that very much. And Beast will most likely take it. Stilgar for Tezia, as we expected. Beast is going to reveal for 4. Second Imperial Spy comes off the row here. That might also be tempting to... Beast's got a lot of options here. Test, Shock Trooper, like, they're all fairly solid.
Well,
I'd
Beast
say-
is still going to go to Arakeen and probably put in 2 troops, I think.
No, he's just gonna... He's just...
Spice.
I mean, it's kind of... He has no daggers behind, so the problem is, if he goes... I actually don't mind taking the spies here. I think he's prepping up for Conspire action if he goes Haga Basin, but he's gonna protect the... He's gonna protect up here. Now, do you spend a second troop for the Solari? I think you do. I think that's
Yep.
fine.
Gives way for your Dreadnought, or just a little bit short of a High Council. I think that's a good choice.
So Ariana takes Tessie Humanity. That's, again, nice, good card for us. Spice Smuggler Stones, again, more good cards here for the Beast. This is not a bad row at all. Beast with 3. I don't know what he's going to pick here. Recruiter feels not bad. I do like the Imperial Spy. You're making a
I
punt
love
for
the
the
Imperial
Alliance.
Spy.
I think Spy's the way to go. You get it, intrigue, trash, call it a day, move on.
Agreed.
I think that's the thing I like in Imperial Spy. The fact it trashes itself. So you just use it once and that's it. You're done. And this Emperor Alliance is going to be a real good shot for you. But it decides to go for the Liaison instead. Maybe kind of just holding on, not committing yet.
I think this is where I might differ a little bit. I would probably use the agent, Imperial Agent, a couple of times until I secured the alliance, and then I would break it.
I mean, you don't have to do it immediately, I guess. You got.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends how you got to play how it sees it. Anyways, combat's going to be resolved here, so CJ does get all 6, so he's funded up to the gills and ready to go to town.
Yeah.
4 Solari for blue, couple for red, and here we go. So it's redraws, and wow, what a combat here! This could be.
Oh, this is beautiful.
This
for
is going to be
Beast.
action here. Machinations comes in. This is going to be extreme violence here. Tesia is up first. Tesia repulls Stilgar Shredaway. That's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So do you go... now, what do you do here, Tesia? Do you pick up Swordmaster first and detonations later? Do you... I don't think this is a detonation spot. Your garrison's empty. Everyone else has got troops in. I think you got to just say it's a great combat for Tesia, but I guess you just got to say it's not going to be here.
Yeah, Bloodbath. You can't afford it.
Picking up the spice first. I think this is fine. And we'll use that to start making progress onto shipping. We'll lose the point with the Fremen Friendship. Should get that back soon enough. And Beast is going to fire in right away here, and I like this. This is a good move. Get him in. This is a good combat. Even if you somehow don't win, you get the water refunded. So Hardy Warriors has a lot of value here. It's something I've talked about plenty. Ariana up next. Ariana's got a couple of really nice cards here, but is going to go into Stellar first, which she kind of has to do. I wonder if Ariana maybe considers like Mentang here or something, if it gets back round to her. I don't hate it.
I think as Beast, if it gets around, I would definitely Mentat to play it safe.
Yeah, Beast. I mean, Beast is dangerous. He gives him access to Mentats, and he gives that lost actions, and he's got that ring around. Like that's pretty scary. Just smuggling for Baron, which is fine. That's the wrong color. Now is Baron going to make a punt for the Spacing Alliance, or are they concerned they're going to get shot out by Red here? I think I'd probably go Fremen. I think spacing's gonna be difficult, but they're gonna fight for it. They're gonna charge Red and keep them under pressure. Okay, more intrigues. Ooh,
Gets rewarded for it.
ooh, that's nice. That feels good as the Baron. That's the thing that makes you tingle.
Yeah,
So Tesia is up here. Tesia's surely Swordmasters, right?
has to.
Can't imagine anything different here. No, they're going all in. Oh gosh, he's
Going for the big guns.
CJ is going.
CJ.
Here we go, kids. It is happening. He is gonna forsake actions, and maybe I talked at the start of this video. I talked a little bit about what happened, and the fact that the last tournament did not go well for CJ. He was on the rough end of some pretty close matches. And maybe he figures if he's going to go out in this one, he's going to go out all guns blazing. He's not going to play timid. He's going to get in front and say, right, this is my game plan. I dare you all to stop me.
I'm honestly really shocked right now because I talked to CJ a lot about strategy and what I do in terms of aggressive behavior, in terms of Beast and Romber, but I never taught him to be this aggressive with Tesia, so this is
It's
definitely
very
something.
brave as well. Tesia, of course, you want to be usually just smashing faction tracks. Like, that's the trick here.
Yeah.
But is kind of foregoing it. No diplomacy. I mean, you don't hate just going just to say Swordmaster and just, just diplomacy somewhere. So, interesting. Yeah, Tessie is not the one I normally would have thought would be ideal for this, but we're going to see what the plan is. This is very high-risk gameplay, that's for sure. There's no question about it. This is, he is playing with fire. Baron is backed up here, and Mentat is still open. And you know what? I actually don't hate that is Baron here, taking Mentat. I actually think that could be of some use, if it gets to him. I don't think Ariana's going there, and she will not. She's just going to take the spice. Perhaps prepping up for some... maybe she might even calculated higher here. That is going to give it as a back pocket, and maybe she's looking at calculated higher afterwards or straight away and diplomacy something. I don't know.
I don't see the value in the calculated higher just this round.
Oh, enjoy your second fold space though.
Maybe now.
maybe you're kind of obliged. No, don't need to do that. Yeah, it's already done for that. It's all scripted. Don't need to worry about it. It's a nice thing this board. You know, they did a great job of it. Obviously, everything is scripted, so it's really, really nice. Now, if Ariana... Oh, of course, they drew one for the space and one for fold space. Yeah, that's my bad. So they should have had that. That is my bad there. I do apologize. I shouldn't have got involved in. I was getting confused. Like, you've already drawn for that, and of course, it was a fold space action. Moron. Make sure that doesn't make the YouTube edit. No.
I feel like CJ's just gonna hit still suits, put in a light tap with one dreadnought, and then make the real punch next round.
Oh, Sword Master. I guess either way, yeah. Sword Master was also available. I just think taking the action and just keeping people on their tones is good. Tezzy's going to reveal for 4. I think it's not a great row. I don't think it's Tezzy. She's just going to start. You got to make a decision what you're going to do. I guess if you've gone this far, you're kind of going all in, right?
I think so.
I think Imperial Spy would not hate his Tezia. I don't hate it here. You know, eventually you've got to start making actions. That is a good way to kind of do it succinctly and get the intrigue, which would be good for you if you're going combat heavy. You need intrigues behind you to keep players guessing.
Oh, he's going.
Is he going Shock Trooper? Oh my gosh. What has happened to the CJFM? I know. Where
CJ.
is he gone? And please bring him back.
Oh.
Imperial Spy is, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. And I guess a liaison. Skill Compact turns up here. I don't think this could be of great use to anyone. Maybe Ariana could make some use out of that, to be fair. Like, card drawers will like this. You'll see it more often. If you've got something that can unload, like Holo Project or something, that is absolutely huge.
Yeah, for sure.
It's basically a 2 spice discount on a tech whenever you want it, so... Poison Snoopy here. Doesn't need to do that. Just, I mean, they've only got one card here, which is the Chris Knife, which they will definitely not be trashing.
Honestly, if I'm CJ and I already have detonation devices, I might early reveal one action just to get that Dreadnought card.
We shall see. Oh, for X-Guild. I mean, X-Guild is pretty nice. You know, it's obviously a way to start getting extra Dreadnoughts in without paying for them. That is its other side of things.
Yeah, and it gets him the access that he needs anyway.
So here comes the calculated hire, taken post. You can do this. You don't have to. You can do this on your technical reveal and take it if no one else has. So this is nice play. Question is, what do you do with it here? Where are you going? Still Suits? Still Suits looks pretty good. And that is what we see here. Get the water.
Get 2 water.
A couple of water for your trouble. Get a troop in. I think this is pretty good. I think I'll be putting in 2 here. I think you've got to charge Baron. If they're going to come over the top, they're going to come over the top here. I think you can go either way, I guess.
I think Baron just has too many troops, and that's too much of a loss for me on my end.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, maybe. I don't know. It's price of admission. Like, does he really want the 2 Solari? Which he does. We'll see. Anyways, Dr. Yue is going to be played to the siege here. Okay. Doesn't want to draw 2 cards here. Happy to take 1. Aladamada, of course, is not yet online. Doesn't pull any swords, so the beast is going to be good here. I would just be putting in 2 and call it a day, and that's exactly what we see here. The 2 money is good. That helps pay for intrigues later on. Mentat, stuff like that. So you don't hate it. Beast is going to reveal for a sword and free to buy. Fremen Bond, not active. What Fremen Bond? We'll ask the question here. Yeah, there's the card only gives you a bump if you have another Fremen card on your active play area, which he definitely does not have. So he will not be able to. He will not be able to take that bump. They will have to give that back. is missable. You know, it happens. I've been there. We've all been there. I think we had something like, oh yeah, of course we don't. Duh. Still 3 persuasion regardless. I really would like to see skill combat for Beast. I honestly think skill combat for Beast is really good because, of course, you're spending so much time fighting, collecting spice, and using it for text is a bit tricky. So I think Guild is your deck's not too big. It's only 11 cards, and it's just a nice way to get some passive spice on the side. Oh no!
There's the shock trooper. There's the shock
Oh, he
trooper.
has 5. My apologies. So finds in the shadows here. Goes with shock trooper here. So this is going to be a very curious game here.
I love this move.
Ariana's going to have 6 to reveal here. I don't think I'd Water Life just yet. No need to. Marva Maheim will be taken here. Very powerful. Don't think she has any Bene Gesserit cards yet to pair with it. I don't believe.
That reveal spice is always nice.
2 spice on reveal and 2 persuade. That's a massive reveal. Baron's going to reveal for 5. And again, like, Bene Gesserit Initiate's fine. You want to keep that away from Ariana. It's pretty scary. It's a good, solid, robust card. Nice workman. Couple to buy. I don't know if I'd be buying any more here. You've got 13 cards. I mean, unless you think you can really justify improving your game here.
Honestly, I would have gotten the skilled compact. He has the machine culture. He needs to buy those techs.
Yeah, this is also true, yeah. So that's a nice way to fund that, but gonna go other way. I mean, I can never hate Bene Gesserit Initiate. It's just a nice, solid card. So there will be no combats played. So Beast is gonna win this one here. Curious to see where he's gonna take his bumps. Does he maybe put one into the Emperor just to get that going still? He will go throw him for sure. And he does indeed decide he's going to do so. No need to go for the shipping.
No track is ever safe with Tessie around. You got to pump it up.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's always scary. So a couple of Solari in the water for Fellow, the water for Pick, and we will be moving on to the next round here. I think honors, I'd say, are fairly even so far.
Yeah, I'd say it's fairly even, but I'd say I'd give the slight edge to Beast at the moment in terms of the alliance and the cards in the shadows.
Just the potential, yeah. Beast has got
potential
it's got good prospects as Beast. There's a long way to go still.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while until In the Shadows is active to be used as an agent, though. That's the only problem here, and the deck is already at 13. It's a little sizable. So some action, some work to be done here for the Beast. Beast will be going first. It is Desert Power, which is super duper nice here. If anyone can go Hardy Warriors, and the amazing thing is no one currently can. No one has or has access. This is a great Hardy Warriors combat because you're most likely getting the refund on it, almost certainly. So, kind of curious to see what's going to happen here. Ariana's hand is not very good here. I wonder if Ariana considers Water of Life. Maybe even like if you get a super load of high persuasion cards, you just settle for the Spiceless Flow, call it a day. I don't know. Beast is going to go Steel Suit, so he's going to just keep the water away from everyone. Again, further the alliance potential. Don't hate this. I don't know if I put the troops in yet. I mean, putting one, I guess, is fine. Yeah,
maybe I'm just a meanie, but I'll use Test of Humanity first if I'm Ariana.
Thing is, one thing I like doing with Test of Humanity, if I can, obviously needs to go into Stellar Shipping first, is if you can get like action economy on people and you get like a surprise mentat and then you make Tessie Humanity when everyone else is revealed, like they have to put troops back. That's always really good if you want to get involved in that. That's a fun way to play, but it is hard to get that off more often than not. Anyways, so Ariana is going to go and ship. She will collect. She's taking the bump with the Fremen. Obviously has interest in Siege to Bar. Baron Harkonnen, she's going to pick up some spice in Basin, get a couple of troops in. This is nice, fairly straightforward. Nothing fancy here. Doesn't need to and I think this is what you got to do here. You know, as I said, I spoke with Aquarian at the start before the game and was, you know, a little bit nervous maybe about the game. I just said, you know, you just got to keep things simple. You know, the more you go out in the weeds, the more that things can go horribly wrong. You know what your leader can do. Keep things fairly straightforward. Don't go too out there and just, you know, keep it careful. Unlucky for the Beast here. Draws Dagger's Mentat and finds his other one. That never feels good.
CJ has it even worse. Look at his hand.
CJ's hand is not great, but he doesn't even have Smuggler's Fopter online for the double draw. He does not have the 2 influence.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble.
So that's unfortunate. It's about to get a whole lot worse.
Yep.
So problems here for CJ. This is not a great. He wants to get troops in. He's got training drones, of course. So he's likely to get probably a water out of this combat. You would imagine. It's gonna be hard to win this.
I don't think he can even get in. He doesn't have water to get
No,
in.
he doesn't have any water as it is. No, of course, Baron shut off at basin. Oh, that sucks.
He'll be lucky if he can get smuggling.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I just didn't realize Baron. I don't think Baron knew anything about that, but Baron has just completely blocked Tezia off from most moves here.
Yeah, this
Pretty
is
insane.
unfortunate.
So here comes Test of Humanity. So players have to choose clockwise officially, whether they discard a card or lose a troop that they've deployed if they had one. So it's gotta be done clockwise. Yeah, just hold tight there, Red. If players want to do it early, that's their prerogative. But officially, it is clockwise. So Reconnaissance, Dune, Dagger out for Beast. So that Mentat feels kind of
Yeah.
Feels kind of But never mind.
I feel for
Trashes.
TJ right
I
now.
think she trashed the Dagger, I think it was. Drew
Yeah,
Signet Ring.
Beast trashed through the dagger, as I
Yeah.
saw.
Dagger went out there. So back to the Baron. Baron, kind of awkward. Is she going High Council? Okay, I don't hate this. Maybe just keeping options open. If things get heated towards the end and Tezia starts like barreling to combat, that gives you some backup later on. Here's the smuggling for CJ. The only action he physically had available to him, which is kind of insane. He's going to feel hard done by the Imperial Basin got blocked, and I wouldn't blame that. That really sucks.
Yeah. He could have gotten some free resources here. I hope he doesn't forget his training drones.
I highly doubt that, but as I say, we're here to commentate. We're not here to officiate the games. If there are questions and they need like a countback or something, we're here. But we're not going to tell people that they've got to do or don't do stuff. If they don't, unfortunately, that is their own prerogative, which is something that I've got to tell myself to do sometimes.
Yeah,
it's very easy. Beast is going to be up here. So Beast is in a bit of a weird spot here. Beast wants to hold off on In the Shadows because the Asian action currently is not activated. But the only way he gets two actions here is to go Hagger Basin and then Signet Ring something, which doesn't feel great. Does he maybe just early reveal or maybe pick Hagger Basin if it's still remaining? I don't know. He's going to Siege to Boar? Is he eyeing up maybe getting 6 Spice for Highliner next round?
I'm not so sure I like that one. I'd rather go Karthag, to be honest.
Well, Karthag it is. I think having just 1 intrigue instead of 0 is such a huge difference, wherever it is. Tactician is
Especially
found.
when you're combating Baron.
Yeah, Tactician's found. Gonna put those all in. That makes total sense here. There's a lot to fight for here. Baron may have some interesting decisions to make here. Going back to Ariana. Ariana's got... she has no actions. She is out, so she's gonna have to live a reveal at 6. Do you Water of Life and go for the Spice Must Flow punt?
No, definitely not. It's not an integral round.
You don't think so? I mean, what are you doing with the 6 Persuasion then?
Unfortunately, you'll have to make do.
Well, they're gonna go for it. They're closing their eyes and hoping to find convincing. 7, 9. There's 11, and finds the couple of Spice. So, I mean, the 2 Spice makes it feel a bit better. So Spice of Flow taken, couple of Spice in the bag, couple of Persuasion remaining. I mean, if you find behind, it feels a lot better.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was very unlikely. The only card remaining was Dune Desert Planet, so they were guaranteed to get the Spice and Slow as it turned out. So I don't hate that. If it's a guaranteed point, it's a guaranteed point, right? Hard to turn those down. Baron is going to fire back here. Now, Baron's gonna... Oh, this is going to be interesting here. So Beast will not be able to win. Beast can tie the combat, but will not be able to win this outright. The Imperial Spy Sword is going to be enough to hold here. Baron getting a little bit ahead of themselves. They've not revealed yet. Getting a little excited, maybe.
Just to kind of further go back to why I wouldn't have used the Water of Life there. Without using the Water of Life, he would have been able to contest Baron on the water. But now Baron basically has free reign on the Great Flats for the time being, and that might be a bit...
you could say that, but if she draws into a Signet Ring again and just uses it straight away, like you got 12 cards, so about 40% of the time you find your Signet Ring again straight away and you just use it, and that again brushes back. I think Ariana can get away with it because of her Hidden Reservoir ability. Like, she has a bit more license there. If it was someone else that can't just generate water so easily, then I totally get it. And Ariana can always just go to Siege as well. She has access there. She's got troops in garrison. If it's a decent combat, so I don't hate it. And again, like if you're in a position, I think, if you know you're going to get a guaranteed point in a tournament setting, Like, people will see that and it's hard to turn that down. So Beast here is kind of side taking Hager Basin here. I don't think he really wants to, and you don't have to here. Whoa! He's gonna go to the city to respond and give up the bump him in the shadows. Wow!
Oh my God.
He's going for the victory point here. Absolutely committed to it. Okay, well, that's kind of bad news for FellowAquarian here. That is not what we were expecting here. Kind of unlucky, to be fair, I would argue. Probably should have got this point. Well, they have no access. They can't, they have no discard ability, so... Wow, I feel kind of bad for Aquarian. That is... they've got the rough end of that. I mean, I suppose Beast is committed to get... You'd think they have, like, to the victor here or something, or demand respect. But no, just the Tactician, which they're going to have to use anyways to win this combat. So very expensive for the Beast here, and thus kind of expensive for the Baron. Baron's going to have 4 Spice and 4 Water here, which is really nice. So what are you looking to do with that water then? Just hit Great Flat? Do you research, maybe?
I hit Great Flat. Gives you more options. Especially with your machine culture, you can use that to automatically win a combat.
So, Tactician will be played. Aquarian will feel a little bit hard done by, and I would humbly agree. Kind of unfortunate. Didn't even talk about that, but Aquarian picking up Federkin here, which is, I don't hate. Didn't see what CJ picked up, if anything. CJ's now got the skill compact. Oh, hello. That's going to be interesting to some players.
I'm not sure CJ's equipped to purchase that, though.
I mean, if he finds a way, like if he can find, I mean, he'll get it if he can. I reckon he has committed himself here. Sure. He's largely abandoning the snoopers here, at least for the moment. But CJ yet to get a point off the mark here, and that's the danger here. So he's got a lot of work to do this game. But victory point combats are turning up here, but he's just not getting off the mark. There he is. There's skill compact. So, action incoming here. This also gives Tesia the bump here and gives us some cash as well. Pick is going to go ahead and go shipping over the open up here. Beast has Imperial Shock Trooper.
Oh, this should be very devastating for CJ.
Oh, this is going to be bad. Yeah, Beast has Shock Trooper and the Diplomacy is in hand here. So, this could be really bad news for CJ here.
Yeah, he's going to get the troops from the reinforcements from going up the Imperial bonus.
Yeah.
And he's going to go in...
Ariana's going to fight for the Spacing Alliance. Baron is going to go and start purchasing techs. Going invasion ships. And the plot thickens. It's a good card for... Considering that you're constantly shut off by spacing by Ariana, this is pretty good. Like, you'd think you're going to get a ton of use out of that, so I don't hate it. Here we go. Here comes Tesia. So here's the bump. Gets the he's going to discard these cards here for the Dreadnought. So CJ's got to start making the magic happen here. I'll be honest, I'm excited to see how this is going to end up. So that's kind of cool. They got to take their snooper token as well, which they will do. That will give them the bonus there. So 3 Solari on the house, not bad. But yeah, with Draining Drones behind here, like the thing is, he's not scored yet, so he's only just scored, so he's got to get off to the races. He's got to start making inroads. It's already round 5. Like there's not a lot of time left in this game to make up the distance. He's kind of backing himself to win almost like every single combat almost from now on, which is very hard to do. I mean, look at Red. Red is absolutely stacked in the garrison.
Yeah, for sure. But...
So here comes Beast. So Beast is going to hit Wealth here and set up here, and CJ must see this and realize there's trouble brewing. He must know there's problems on their way, and this is going to suck.
Yes, he has to know that Carthag's his only choice.
Yeah, he knows that. We got a Swordmaster from Red. Logical step. Baron Harkonnen has Diplomacy. He's got Federkin. Kind of awkward here. I don't mind playing Federkin whenever you eventually go to interstellar shipping. To look to... unfortunately, I think actually Red was considering Fold Space just to lock up the Alliance, but Yellow went there first. You've really got to be looking to use this Diplomacy, though, for something. Do you go into Stellar now? Or do you go for the Diplomacy first?
I'd go for the Diplomacy first, to be honest.
I think either's fine. I don't hate either. So,
yeah.
Get rid of the...
Honestly, I would have left the Invasion Fleet alone. I would have used it as an emergency button to hit into this combat.
Yeah, I mean,
Keep
I
them both
don't hate
sides
it. I don't hate it. So there's the Interstellar. The dagger will be trashed, which makes logical sense. And Tessie Avernia, so Tessie's got to go Carthag like every day, right?
Yep.
Maybe
100%.
Arakeen, maybe.
100% Carthag. That's his only choice.
So Carthag, here we go. Ooh, Ixion Probe. That is good for later on with Ixkill Compat. That's going to be really nice later on. If a decent tech comes up. If Flagships or something turns up, Chow Murky turns up. That's pretty tasty. And now, complications for the Beast here. Beast must have known it was coming. So, how does the respond here? Just Arakeen fire back?
Arakeen, and he's got to go to Siege Tabor after. And unfortunately, I think CJ's done.
So, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to proceed here. High Council is in the back pocket, but that's not going to be too relevant right here, I don't suspect. But I mean, if you put in 3 troops, that's 11 strength. You've got 5 swords in the back pocket. But of course, now Tessia has this intrigue that now obviously makes the maths a bit more difficult here. Arakeen I do like, because you kind of want to... if you can work out what your last card is, it is Dune Desert Planet. He may or may not know that. We'll have a look here.
The other play he could go for is Research and hope he hits the Signet. That's another play that he
I
could
think
go
that's
for.
pretty brave. I think that's pretty brave. I would be... I would be really... I mean, maybe the High Council's sitting there, and it'd still get you 2 troops in that way. I mean, you would have 7 Persuasion in hand, so maybe he's eyeing up Spice Must Floki. You know, I actually more think about it, I don't hate it. And JShotz agrees. JShotz does agree with you here, so I think this is fine. Alright, let's see what he finds here. Finds Carriel. Oh, that's a problem. They have 9 exactly. Maybe hoping to find a way to Mentat and then use whatever they can here. That's not the best of pulls here. Find Carriel now is a bit unlucky.
Yeah.
So, just some mining for Ariana. Has 6 Persuasion in hand, which is not bad. But needs, it's not a great row for 6 Persuasion is the problem. Baron is going to,
I agree with you, BlackShadow. Mentat's probably the best choice for the Beast.
Needs to use a card here. So here comes Doom. So holding off the... Yeah, I think Mentat is good. It also just gives you information to see what abouts to happen as well. Are you going to see... I guess Tessie's going to have to go Imperial... No, she's going to hold on here. Oh, man. That's a bit brave. Going smuggling here. Not going the Basin. That is gutsy. That is gutsy. Bit of bluffing here maybe from saying, I've got a decent... I've got like Private Army. I've got Ambush. You know, I got all sorts of fun here. Does find the Mentat play. Nice spot by the Beast here. See what he pulls. Finds Dune Desert Planet, so it's not great. It's not great at all, but it does give him an action. He can get his way to to Imperial Base and get his troops in. That's the main thing here. So don't... It could have been worse. Pick reveals for 6. This is not a great board for 6 here. Is anything even here that really good for you as Ariana? I don't even really like.
No, not really.
You've got 12 cards in hand. You could maybe might get a liaison, I guess. You think you're going Spice Must Flow later on? I don't hate it. It doesn't have to. But having 6 Persuasion not buying feels kind of awful.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. For me personally, 13 cards. That's it.
I mean, you got one more. I don't hate a liaison. She's got she does have Mother Mahaim, so maybe thinking about some Missionaria here, maybe. Mahaim, you do want to get online with a Bene Gesserit card. Just going to go for a couple of liaisons. I don't hate it, but there's no more of those.
Baron, I think CJ may have dodged a bullet.
I mean, I don't know. Beast is still going to put troops in here. But it's not going to be enough. CJ's going to take this one down by the narrowest of margins, which is kind of insane. So CJ may be somewhat fortuitous here, but he'll take it. So Beast just goes to... He could go Arakeen if he still wants to combat. If he goes Arakeen, puts the troops in, he's guaranteed to win the combat, he feels. But he could lose his Spice Must Flow, and that's the problem. So he might be trading one victory point for another. Do you just go to Haga Basin? No, he's going to risk it. That is no good. That is Spice Must Flow gone.
Well, he does get the Fremen bump, at least.
He gets the Fremen bump, so he'll feel not terrible, but he does lose the Spice Must Flow point. He is one short of that, so I guess not a terrible second place here. Bit unlucky for CJ, maybe. I mean, JShotz has made this point clear that he's happy to take chances in this game. He is more than happy to roll some dice here. So Tezzy's going to have to wait for this victory point here. Kind of unfortunate here. Still time to go. Still not on the conflict freeze yet. So Tezzy has got she's got work to do. A little bit unlucky. Beast is going to go ahead and take full-scale assault. Get his own dreadnought here. It's a fixed. He must claim that. So
That shock trooper, I'm telling you, it wins combat early on.
yeah, that is what we're seeing here. And Tezzy did not have enough here. Tezzy, maybe CJ rowing that he didn't go Imperial Base and put those troops in. Was that the mistake, maybe?
I think it was, considering the 3-card draw, the Signet was too high a possibility. I would have stuffed it in.
So, a rough one for CJ. He gets the 4 Solari, but again, it's like, what are you really doing with that? Not a lot here. So, not a very good second place for him either. The Dreadnoughts will be returned for action next round here. It will be Pick's turn to face the might of Tezzy's Dreadnoughts here. Move on to round 6.
This is perfect for CJ.
This is a great
No
one.
one should be contesting him.
Yeah, and you think you could probably take this down more often than not. And the Mentat is going to be useful for you because you act first next round. So you're going to have actions on everyone as well, so that's nice. Baron's going to go up and down here again, looking to take techs here. Holtzman Engine. It's going to go Holtzman Engine. Bit pricey, but obviously you get the extra card. And if you can start finding some spice of flows somehow, then that's great. But it's going to be difficult to find 2 of those before this game is all said and done. But we'll see. Has water, so there is research station potential. Takes the Spacing Alliance, so that's good.
Allied Armada's online.
Allied Armada is now activated, so that is also very nice here. And that will reveal wind traps as the next one. That's actually a pretty good one for Baron. Baron might be interesting to pick up just to get machine culture ready to go. Baron should probably get a 3rd tech before this is all said and done. But, you know, sometimes things happen. Have a look at Tezzy's hand. So Tezzy has got everything. He's got a lot of hands here. Stilgar, Smuggler's Foxtrot is active. Imperial Base has got bonus spice here. Do you just hit Basin straight away?
I think he's got to do the Thopter.
Swapter to Basin. Get the 2 cards, 2 Dreadnoughts, 2 spice. Feels pretty good.
Absolutely.
And you know, and if you
because nobody's going to go smuggling at this moment in time except him, so it's not in a rush.
Yeah, I agree there. I think people sometimes do see smuggling, they see shipping and do shipping, and don't really think why they're doing it. Like at that moment, they just feel they've got to do it. So, but I think Basin is sharper. Smuggling will be the take though. So just garrisoning him up. Now, what does he want to do? He's got to go for different factions here. There's no point fighting for spacing. This looks fine. This looks pretty good to me. Draws 2 cards. Dune, Dagger. War Swords, you're not complaining, I guess, for this round.
Except for combat, at the very least.
Should take this down. It kind of has to take this combat down, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Beast here has got like 7 victory points already, which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
So Beast is well set here. Beast might decide to turtle up a little bit, maybe, thinking they've done enough. They've got 2 victory combats, but then you draw something like full-scale assault, and then maybe you reconsider your options.
That's not worth it. It's not worth anything to him to get the Mentat at this moment compared to anything else.
We'll see what the plan is. Yeah, well, he can't afford it anyways. He has no money. Back to Ariana. So Ariana has Tessie. Oh my goodness me. I've just seen Ariana's hand. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh, this is about to get ugly. I mean, you have to play Test and Mahayim here, right? I don't care how you have to play. You just got to do it. You just got to do it. This is going to be...
That's good for CJ.
This
because
is good.
CJ doesn't care about Spice flows anyway.
No, so this is probably a decent result. Here it comes. So the problems begin, and the players are like, oh no. And if you've been keeping track of the deck, you'll know the deck's pretty empty.
I think the only one this really affects is Baron. Both Beast and CJ probably don't care.
Yeah, sucks for Baron here. I'm kind of curious to wonder, is Baron maybe going to consider research stationing to cushion the blow? Like, they have 8 persuasion.
If he remembers the Mother Mohayim, I wouldn't bother.
Do you even consider Glimpse the Path and Reveal? And just take the spice before you're forced to discard?
That is something to consider.
I don't think I hate that. I think we're going to see Research Station, I suspect. But I honestly don't hate this. I mean, you're not guaranteed with Glimpse the Path, but I think you could consider Glimpse the Pathing here. Mentat's going to be the pick. This is going to be a problem, though. Oh...
Yep.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be really nasty. This is bad timing for the Baron here. I mean, Dr. Yue will be able to draw 4 cards at Research Station, and they might feel compelled to do it. I don't really see what else they've got this round. It can get some troops in as well, so this is going to be interesting. Kind of unfortunate a way to go Mentat, but it's the way it's worked out. Back to Tezia. Tezia's got to know this is coming, right? And Tezia's got to think, I got to get troops in now before it kind of starts.
Oh, in this situation, I would be a little bit bold. I'd discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards, hope he does the discard, and get 2 Guild Compact Negotiators.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would just get in Steel Suits here and get the Dreadnoughts in, I think.
For sure.
I mean, I like the Ixion Pro, but I think I would just wait until I've got Skilled and in my hand and not worry about it too much. Tezia's got some other ideas, however, maybe. But I think Steel Suits is good here. It gets your point with the Fremen. You need to start scoring here. Even if you think that Beast is too far ahead, what's the plan here? Really? Is Highliners being threatened? Wow.
I like this play.
Interesting. Is he prepping for high? Not on this turn, but like next round.
For sure.
Looks like that's the plan here. So this is interesting. Beast goes to Arakeen. Beast is going to surely put these troops in. He's got full scale on his hands, so you've got to put in the Dreadnought minimum. There's no reason not to.
Actually, in this situation, I might use a full-scale assault to go 1 more bump the Imperial just to get 2 more troops in the garrison for next round, the round that really matters.
I mean, you might as well still put the Dreadnought in though.
For sure, yeah.
He's got 2 extra troops for what reason? Why did he garrison 2 extra troops?
Signet.
Oh, Signet Ring, right? Of course, Signet Ring. You meant Signet. My apologies. So Ariana surely has to go behind him here, but the only place she can go is Wealth or Conspire. Oh my God, is Baron Harkonnen going to get lucky here?
You're gonna play it now.
Is Baron Harkonnen going to get away with this? You got to play it right, but the only place it goes is Wealth, which you kind of hate. But here it comes. So it is 2 more cards. He's going to go all in with Conspiring. Okay. Finds Tacticians.
I don't agree with this play. His garrison is way too full.
Yeah, I think Wealth is better here. I think Wealth is sharper, but here we go. So the discards come. This is bad news for the Baron. Baron hates their life. Gonna get rid of both the Convincings. Gonna keep Reconnaissance and UA here. So what's the plan here for Baron? Arakeen is gone. I guess they're not going Research if they got rid of both Convincings. I would have kept 1 and discarded Reconnaissance and gone with that. I think that's... But maybe they have a different plan. Let's see what the intention is here. Tezzy just discarded some daggers. You just go Carfag and just like say, I can wait for another time. No one else has the water here. You don't have to do it this turn. Maybe funding the siege here, just trying to just starve people of water. I guess I don't hate this. Just the 1 troop. Interesting. The Tessia does Steel Suit, as we expected. Gotta put the 2 troops in here. So this is going to give you 13 strength, right? So CJ having a look here, he's going to realize that full scale is most likely in. He's got to put the troops in. Like I don't even.
Yeah.
I think
plus he's training drones, hopefully.
He's training drones as well, so he's just trying to do the maths here. I've got 13 strength, 15 with training drones. He's not even going to put anything else in. Wow.
That is way too bold.
Wow. Wow. I cannot believe that just happened. Whoa. Nothing.
I'm baffled by this move too.
Okay. Well,
may have worked out for CJ
though.
He might
get lucky.
May have worked out for CJ.
He might get this anyways. Oh my gosh.
But it's very dangerous, babe. Beast is going to be at 9 at the end of this round.
He is, of course. Wow, this is going to be a weird spot for the Beast here. I think he is going to end up staging here.
He has to. He's so close to winning.
Wow, what a find for the Beast. Stage instant. What a ridiculous pick here. That's pretty disgusting. Wow. So, CJ, yeah, he's going to get away with this here by the looks of it. Don't see how Beast doesn't stage this. Ariana, by the way, has 1 more action still to go. What are you looking to do here as Ariana? Do you just want to, you think the games could be close to being over here? Does it just force you to go Wealth now?
think Wealth is the only play I see as well. Get that guaranteed point.
You gotta get guaranteed points feel good.
There's nothing else that gives you anything decent.
Yeah, ring. You kind of want to use the ring, but there's nowhere you can really go unless you go like tech negotiation. Wait, ring it is. High council maybe. Oh man, it feels hard turning down the wealth though, and just taking the point, put it in the bag. If Beast ends this game this turn, he's gonna feel pretty bad here. Now we know he can't, but he is gonna long ball this here and gonna go for high council. I think the intention is they're going to look to ambush research station is the plan here. So Baron's just going to go Imperial Spy here. Get a bump. Get us intrigue. What do they find here? Ooh, that's a point. That's a nice find. That makes you feel warm and fuzzy inside. And we'll take that very happily. That's a Brucey bonus right there. So just a straight point. Good use for Imperial Spies, it turned out. That's always nice. So up to 5 here. So even if Beast wins this course, remember, of course, this is still a group format here. So it's not just about who wins. Like there's points at every position here. So this is still important if Beast is going to win this. Like who gets second place, and it's hard to know. It's very hard to know here.
I have a feeling CJ's going to make a comeback next round.
I mean, he's gonna have to go all in here. It's gonna be pretty interesting how this is gonna come out here. Ariana with 4 doesn't buy. Beast with 3, I don't know if I'd buy. I mean, you have a chance of seeing whatever you get hold of here, but decides against it. So here we go. Does Beast stage? He does. He has to stage. So CJ will feel a bit better about this. I think it's good for CJ. He gets a point. He won't be too concerned that Beast got it, I guess. He can live with that. So CJ will take the combat.
Point for a point.
Point for a point. He'll live with that. So CJ will be able to detonate, gets him up to 4 points. He will have Mentat next round, which is great because he's first to act. So that means he will be able to act last in Asian actions that basically can't be stopped. The detonation does occur, so point there. Finds recruitment mission. It's not great for him, unfortunately. And no great techs either for Ixguild. So, bit of a problem here for CJ. We'll see how he's going to react upon this next round. We're on to the tier 3 combats here, kids. And I don't really know what's going to happen here. Beast is going to just try and shut this out and call it a day, but it's hard for him to find a point. Unless he just, like, finds enough persuasion, just, like, almost insta-reveals. He has high council. Let's see what he finds. That is not a Spice Must Flow. Not even close. So Tezia's up first. Tezia finds Ixguild compact now. Now, do you just Ixim probe immediately, like Dagger and Ixguild, and then reassess? Your hand's kind of not that great otherwise.
The Dreadnought play is definitely the better one. Gives you all the troops you need, the additional Dreadnought.
He has Highliner, of course. Yeah, of course, you can just straight Highliner Ixguild here and discard 2 cards and get the extra Dreadnought in. I mean, you have to kind of go for it now, right?
Can you remind CJ about the Mentat? That he won last round?
Just give it to him. Yeah, rewards are mandatory in this game. So, unless it has like a trash or it's something with an arrow.
Now, here's the trap play that I'd play with Beast. I'd first go to Hardy Warriors. Then I'd use Dune the Desert Planet to go to Wealth. And,
how are you going to go Dune Desert? Oh, with the Envoy.
Yep.
Yeah, like you've got to like leave it the Wealth play late here, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Got to leave it late. So Tezia just trying to pick the ideas here. I mean, I guess if Ixguild combat, you kind of got to use it, but he's going to hide off it. Oh, this is nice. This is a shrewd move here. Good spot here from Tezia Vernius. Cutting off the Wealth play. This is very good. I like it. Finds Private Army, which is going to struggle to use. But that's a shrewd play here from CJ. So good spot. Wealth is denied. So Beast is just going to go for Spice Must Flow and reassess here and just try and find his way to 9 Persuasion. He has 7 in hand, so this is probably last round. So Tezia Vernius thinks I've got to score 3 points here for this combat and take second place, right? This is now a fight for second. Beast is at 10. it seems hard to see anyone taking any of his alliances here, so you would imagine this is last round. So Tessie will feel inspired just to go all in with Highlanders now, right, surely?
All depends on Ariana. She's making play for it.
I mean, is Ariana going great flat here? Looks like she's going great flat. She's going to threaten... No, research station. Okay, this is also fine. You don't... I mean, it makes sense. I think this is the other way to go about it, so... I think there's no reason for Tessie not to go all in here. You've got to imagine this game is over. Probably this round. So this could be a bit of this could be a tight finish, this, but I think this could be a bit anticlimactic this end, unfortunately. Beast needs to make sure they pick up a third tech here, by the way, or Baron does. They've only got 2. They need to pick up an extra tech here. Windtraps is sitting right there. Beneficial Initiate is pulled, so this is going to be a close finish.
So here's what I would do: the diplomacy he's missing. If he just chucks the 2 cards, gets diplomacy, he can still go to Benny and get an extra point from there.
Yeah. But it's difficult here, though. I mean, he's going into Stellar Shipping. Huh. Curious. I don't think Ixion Probe's getting played here.
I don't think so either.
I think he's literally just going to go X Guild, discard both cards, and call it a day. I mean, I don't even hate that as a play, to be honest. Beast is just going to pick up some spice, which is fine. That's 5 spice. Tiebreakers matter. Just going to stock up here. It's a free move. There's no reason not to do it. Get them in. Ariana has a absolute bucket ton of persuasion. Oh, this is going to be savage. If Ariana goes Tessie Humanity, Tessie can't even discard for a Dreadnought. Ugh, that would hurt a little bit. I don't think it's going to make a big difference, but as it turns out, would not even be able to get the discard here because they wouldn't be able to have 2 other cards to discard. What if Ariana sees it and considers doing it?
Ouch. Hovering over it.
It could be unfortunate. I don't think it's going to matter here, but it's a little unfortunate for CJ that this is the case. So he's going to have to discard a card here. So I think now you just highlight it and keep Stilgar in hand. I mean, to be fair, like Stilgar is still 3 swords. So it's not a big deal. It's kind of a shame to not have the Dreadnought. If this game was continuing on, that would suck. But I actually don't think it's going to make a big difference here. Oh, but Ariana finds cannon turrets. Oh, no.
That's a disaster.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. He's going to be forced to retreat, and he can't get a second one with this card. That is a horror draw for CJ. That is so unlucky. Oh, man.
Iron Makers have benefit from this greatly.
And CJ, he's only going to get a couple of points here.
Yeah,
CJ...
Baron's going to win this. He has Allied Armada on top, too.
Allied's got Allied Armada as well. Oh, my gosh. This is so brutal for Tessia. Oh, this is really disgusting. Maybe you should have just got in. I mean, I'm not going to say you should have just gone Highlanders immediately, but when you've got people that can force you to discard cards, maybe you should have just done it while you still could, I guess. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, how do you do it straight away? Like, you typically leave it late.
4 actions, yeah.
But I think, and you got 4 actions, but I think knowing that that can happen, maybe there's a lesson there. Like, if you know people can make you discard cards like that, you just get it in while you still can, and you call it a day. So, but I mean, to draw cannon turrets is super unlucky. There is no
yeah,
that is brutal, and he's going to see this and
make you discard and to draw that. Yeah,
he's going to see this and he will be sick. He will be sick. So Beast is going to win. So it's all about second place now. JShotz has secured 5 points. He is very good here. So count for the sake of it here. So Ariana has 5 points. Baron has 5. Tessie with 4. Even if Tessius does win the combat, he would it would be good here, but it's going to be close.
Baron's definitely going to be at 8 points at the end.
Baron, you would imagine, is probably going to take the I mean, Allied Armada, and of course Tessia does not have private army, but Stilgar is in play still.
Yeah, but he's going to lose 3 strength. Baron's going to get 7
cannon turrets. It's going to be brutal because Red can't even win.
Yeah.
But Red is just going to cause carnage here. Just going to take the extra Solari. You know what? I don't even hate that. You know, just kind of draw another card. I mean, why not? You got nothing else to do, really.
The only chance CJ has now is to use Stilgar. Grab the spice.
Yeah. Oh, no!
The spice,
whoa! Baron Harkonnen's not taking the tech! Machine Culture!
That's a big misplay.
Ooh! Oh, how do you not just go machine culture? I mean, I suppose the problem is if you go machine culture, you can't use Allied Armada. So I guess that's the point. It's like, which point do you go for, actually? So actually, I don't hate
CJ
this.
does the right move.
CJ sees it and just got to take Spice and call it a day. Get the true troops in. Yeah, best thing to do. But yeah, actually, that's a good point here with Baron. So it's not really a misplay because they're going for the combat here and they're just committing. But this has worked out horribly for Baron. Now the Spice is in hand for Tezia, and Tezia will win the combat. Maybe it's going to be close. I actually don't know who's going to win this. This is going to come down to... This is going to be very tight.
It's going to be a draw.
Does Baron draw another card? Do you glimpse the path here? Try and find a sword? Draw a card? It might win you the combat. You got to do it, surely. I mean, why not? I mean, you're worried about Spice tie breaks, but I don't think it matters in this combat. Oh, might have found a sword. You never know.
Gonna break both of their hearts. It's a tiebreak.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This is brutal. Although, interestingly, though, if green ties, they still beat red on Spice tiebreak, which is insane. Here's the tactician. So, getting in front of blue. Green has to Allied Armada here. And here comes the cannon turret, and CJ is sick. CJ is absolutely sick of this. It's like, what on earth? So it takes him to 18, and they're going to tie. Can you believe this? What a ridiculous finish.
God.
Wow.
The worst part of it was he had the dreadnought that he could have applied to.
They only get the 2 swords here. Yeah, that's unlucky for them. So it's not worked out here. Here comes the Allied Armada to get in front, and Tezia will have to respond with Private Army to tie. So they're going to be at 23 strength each. But I think Baron is going to find their way. Oh no, now they played an Armada. They can't tie red with the Spice must flow, with the Spice tie break. Oh. Wow. So Cannon Turrets has somehow found red to second place this game. Can you believe that?
That's
Can you believe that? What a ridiculous...
What a finish, huh?
What a ridiculous finish that is going to be all here. So blue wins the game.
Props to Beast, though. He played a really good game.
Blaze played very tight, very snug, was the right winner here. There's some intrigues to be pulled here. Maybe someone finds something of use.
The Shock Troopers definitely want him.
They still got to take in-game resources here. We will say hi to the players here. They got to take in-game resources. This all matters towards the end. Nothing useful here, so Baron's going to feel kind of unhappy. If they'd gone tech negotiations, they would actually have been good for second place. Actually, no, I think yellow would have got in front. It's super tight. Either way, it is what it is. Blue wins. Red finds a ridiculous pull and is good for second. Let's go sat with them. Oh, what an agonizing game. What an agonizing game to watch. Ugh.
I must say, Beast, you played a really good game.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
I took a couple risky moves, but they worked out, so.
I really liked your Shock Trooper purchase. It won you quite a few combats. I was calling it that whoever got the Shock Troopers would surprise finish a couple of fights. And you did exactly that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, obviously, I don't rate the card particularly, but this time it worked out. There was some shrewd plays. And it's like CD played pretty solid as well. Like the cutoff of wealth there was a good idea, but then unfortunately couldn't discard for the compat because of the. It was really gross.
Yep.
Ariana not only made you discard a card, she also found cannon types with the same pull. It was disgusting.
Oh wow!
Found it in the same one. Absolute vileness. Really, really savage. Like, I mean, you can't do a lot about that. It was a weird game going here. I mean, got nothing wrong with you putting your stand out early and saying, right, this is the game plan here. And you went for it, and fair play. Can't hate it. But now, unfortunately, just like Beast kind of got a good spin. Beast found the stage instant, which was kind of insane.
Yeah, that was clutch.
Kept things pretty solid. But I think it was an interesting game. I would say that definitely. I'm not saying in a bad way. It was a curious fight.
I thought it was unfortunate for CJ to get the Mentat victory because he got a lot of actions in the last round, and I think he was trying to be productive with the last round.
You would do, of course.
That's what they did.
I would do that. 100%.
Yeah.
So that feels
Just
rubbish.
didn't work out.
No, sometimes it doesn't. And the thing is, Tesia, we know, can be a very feast or famine sort of leader. And when you go
No,
Dreadnoughts,
she's fine. I just didn't do very well. It's
yeah,
my bad.
I mean, yeah, you go Dreadnoughts. Obviously, it's like it's basically you're going all in pretty much straight away, which is fine. But other than that, I think Pick sort of did what they needed to do. Got a bit fortunate perhaps at the end there to find their way. Phil, I think played also decent as well. Perhaps sucks that you went combat and then you could have gone tech and then you end up tying the result. That was kind of that hurts. But I think other than that, I think you played pretty. I think everyone played kind of. I don't think anyone played like badly or anything like that. I think everyone kind of played reasonably solidly. There was no real major mistakes. I think some people just kind of got a bit unlucky in this one. And that's the way it goes sometimes. Card draws. Beast got some opportunities, took advantage of it, and it was a real close scrap for second place. So, it's difficult. Like you could argue in hindsight, well, maybe you should just go like highliner first while you've got cards in hand. But it's like you've got 4 actions. Like how do you do that? So it's difficult.
It's all good.
But no,
Win some, you lose some.
All right. Other than that, yeah, I think it was a good watch, and I think it'll be quite an instructive game. I think for the viewers when they see this one as well. So there's at least that, I guess.
Absolutely. Well done, everybody.
Good game, everyone.
y'all.
Good game,
Playing.
JShotz.
Thank you.
So that's going to conclude us here for Group A Week 2. I think, as I said, it was a curious game. I think it was a very contrasting gameplay style. Some people went all out. Some people kind of played a lot more conservative, which I don't hate. What do you make of it?
I think it shows the boldness of approach is very important. Beast went in hard and for a lot of the combats. And if you saw the previous game in which I played, a lot of the combats were won by being bold. Conservativeness a lot of the times leads to missed opportunities, and I think this might have showcased that.
I mean, but then you can't accuse CJ of not being bold in this game. I mean, that's
Of course not. Just conservative in different approaches, I suppose. Like the Mentat combat, I would have put in more, for example.
All right, fair enough then. I mean, that's reasonable. I mean, I mean, I didn't really see anyone like made any like complete crazy blunders.
No, nothing crazy. I
Nothing
just
like
feel
that.
maybe I'm more of the aggressive type, so I tend to go chips all in type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, well, you play Romba a bit, so that's kind of comes with the territory. Baron
That is
doesn't
true
have
too.
to.
I am suicidal.
Yeah, you're happy to go for it. But yeah, I think Beast took advantage of what they needed to do. And like Pick and Baron kind of did enough. I guess you could take the results. I guess they were probably in the right order for the game. How things are concerned, it just didn't work out for CJ. But it's a group format. There's 3 more games to go. It's hardly all out. So he went for it. Figured he'd go all guns blazing. Didn't work out this time. But there's plenty of distance for this one to go. So we will thank you for watching. Thank you for the Lannister for joining us for this one. Hope you enjoyed.
Thank you for having me. Definitely back if you guys would have me.
Might try and drag you into another one at some point when you've got 90 minutes that we can pull you away from playing a game.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. We will see you all in the next conflict.